morning, boys and girls. Today we are on lesson 112 of Saxon Book 4. This lesson is on reducing fractions. What it means to reduce a fraction is to turn a fraction into the smallest possible denominator. So we're going to start by looking at 4, 6. I have it here. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And what I'm saying up here is that we can turn 4/6 into 2/3 because I can see from my fraction manipulatives that 1/6 is the same, that 1/3 is the same size as 2/6. Those are the same and these are the same, so 4/6 here is going to equal 2/3. We could also draw a picture to figure this out, but today you're going to learn the pen and paper way of reducing fractions. Because if we had to get manipulatives or draw a picture every time we wanted to reduce a fraction, our math homework would take so much longer. Okay, so we're going to put these manipulatives away, and I'm going to show you that if I'm just looking at 4, 6, I am looking for what's a number that both 4 and 6 can be divided by. Well, they're even. So I can divide this by 2, and I can divide this by 2. And if I do that, look here, I have a fraction, 2 halves. What's 2 halves equal to?
2 halves equals 1.
2 halves equals 1, and if I divide something by 1, I end up with the same amount, right? Mm-hmm. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I can say that 2/3 is the same amount as 4/6. I just changed the denominator to be a smaller number. You have to divide top and bottom by the same exact number, or else you don't end up with an equal equation, okay? I couldn't divide this by 2 and then divide this by 3. I would not get an equal answer, okay? So, knowing that, we're going to try pen and paper for these 3 examples. So, 6/8. What can I divide both 6 and 8 by?
6 and 8 can each be divided by 2.
They can also be divided by 2. So I'm going to write my 2 halves here. And what is 6 divided by 2?
3.
And what is 8 divided by 2?
4.
Okay, so let's check our answer real quick by drawing a picture. If I have 8s and I color in 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I have the same size rectangle here, but I only break it into 4ths, and I color in 3 of them. Is that equal? Yes, it is. Okay? What about 3, 6? What's a number that I can divide both 3 and 6 by?
1.
I can divide it by 1, but that's not going to change my fraction. That's a good point. Let me show you what happens here. 3 divided by...
Anything divided by 1 equals
itself,
that number.
Right? 3 divided by 1 is 3. 6 divided by 1 is 6. So I haven't really reduced it. Is there another number that I can divide both 3 and 6 by? Can I divide them both by 2?
No.
No, because
only 6.
Because 3 is an odd number. Can I divide them both by 3?
Yes.
Ah, so that's my strategy. If I don't look at it and recognize, oh, I know I can divide both those by 3, I usually will start with 2 and say, can I divide them by 2? No. Can I divide them by 3? Oh, yeah, I can. And if my answer was no, then I'd move on to 4 and 5 and 6. So, divided by 3, divided by 3. What is 3 divided by 3, Nyla?
3 divided by 3 is 1.
1. And what is 6 divided by 3?
And 6 divided by 3 is 2.
Yes, so our answer is 1/2.
1/2.
Okay, what about 6/7? Can I divide them both by 2?
No.
Can I divide them both by 3?
No.
Can I divide them both by 4?
No.
Can I divide them both by 5?
No.
How about 6?
Yes.
Can I divide 7 by
No.
6? No, that doesn't work either.
I-
Can I divide them both by 7? So, what that tells us, since there is no number that I can divide both the numerator and the denominator by, is that this is already in simplest form. So I can't reduce it anymore. 6/7 is 6/7, and that's the end of it. Okay? All right. Those are our examples. The next thing I'm going to have you do is lesson practice. We have 8 fractions that I would like for you to reduce at home. Once I get them up on the board, if you will pause the video and try them on your own, when you hit play, we'll go over the answers together. So A is 2/4. Try to reduce that. B is 2/6. C is 3/9. D 3/8. E 2/10. F 4/10. G is 9/12. And H is 9/10. Okay, should do an equal for each of these. All right, if you would practice this at home and then hit play, we'll go over the answer. Nyla, what can I divide both 2 and 4 by?
2.
I can divide them by 2. So what's 2 divided by 2?
2 divided by 2 is 1.
And what's 4 divided by 2?
2.
So my answer is 1/2. Let's do it in a different color so the answers really pop out. Okay? B, what can I divide both 2 and 6 by?
2.
So what's 2 divided by 2?
2 divided by 2, 1.
And 6 divided by 2?
3.
So 1/3. 3 and 9, what can I divide both of those numbers by?
3.
What's 3 divided by 3?
1.
And 9 divided by 3?
3.
1/3. D, 3 and 8. What can I divide both of those by?
Let's see. I'm afraid that it's just itself.
Yeah, nothing, right? I can't divide that by 2. I can divide this by 3, but I can't divide this by 3. So that's it. There is no more reducing. 3/8 is the simplest answer. 2/10. What can I divide those by?
2.
2 divided by 2 is,
1.
and 10 divided by 2?
5.
So 1/5 is our answer. 4/10. What can I divide those by?
2.
4 divided by 2 is,
2.
and 10 divided by 2 is
5.
2/5. 9/12. What can I divide those both by?
Those are only itself.
Let's check.
No, wait, they're thirds.
We can divide by 3, right? What's 9 divided by 3?
3.
And 12 divided by 3?
4.
There we go. It did work. And 9/10?
No dividing that.
No. Can I divide by 2? Can I divide by 3? 4? 5? 6? 7? 8? 9? Nope. 9/10 is 9/10. That is the simplest form. Boys and girls, that is the end of today's lesson. If you are my student, please start your written practice. It begins on page 712. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.